Hello everyone and welcome to SimpliCode's YouTube channel. Kaushal this side and I hope you guys are doing well. Today we'll be taking you through iframes in HTML. We came across certain topics like images, links, table, lists and many more such topics till now. We already have a good idea of how to add these things to our web page. HTML iframes are a bit different from what we went through till now. In this video, we'll discuss what iframes are, their syntax, attributes, and usage. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon to never miss any updates on programming videos. So without any further delay, let's get started. In general terms, a frame refers to a support structure. We go through this word in our daily life. A frame can be a piece of furniture. It can be the frame of a building or a car, or it can be anything that gives it its shape basically. Before iframes were introduced, there was a concept of frames in HTML. Let's discuss it a bit. HTML frames were used to divide a browser's window into multiple sections, where each section is capable of loading a separate HTML document. A collection of frames present on a web page refers to a frame set. There were certain disadvantages of using frames in HTML like smaller devices cannot cope up with frames often because their screen is not big enough to be divided up. A page may be displayed differently on different computers due to different screen resolutions. The concept of frames was pretty similar to tables in HTML, where we can divide a window into rows and columns, and each frame will be able to load separate HTML documents. With the introduction of HTML5, the concept of frames was removed from HTML. So if we try to use frames in 2022, we can't do that. The replacement of frames was also introduced with the name iframes. Iframe stands for an inline frame. It is used to embed another document within the current HTML document. The basic use of this tag is to embed media files like videos on a web page. We can display a secondary web page on a main page by using this tag. So let's go through the syntax of iframes now, and you guys will get a better idea. The most basic attribute used in iframe is the src attribute. This attribute is used to provide the file name or the website name we want to embed in a HTML document. The syntax goes like this. The tag we have is iframe, so we will write here iframe. Now this is an element. And inside there, we have to write the src attribute. Now inside the src attribute, we can either provide the website name or the HTML file name. For now, we'll use the file name. So we have a file named embed.html. Fine. So let me quickly show you the embed.html over here. So this is a file. This is just a basic HTML file with an image, with address tag, then we have a paragraph, and then we have the code tag. Fine. So let's open it with live server once, and you can see we have this HTML file. We have a basic image with some text present over here. Now we want to embed this HTML document with our main HTML document. So let's move back to our main document first. So this is our main document. Now we have already added this file name, this embed.html inside the src attribute. Now save the program. And you can see here, we have a small window on the browser where the embedded document is open. We can scroll down to check everything we have on the embed HTML file. We have it over here, right? So this is how the iframe tag actually works. The size of this box or window we can say is quite small, right? We can change it according to our needs with the help of the height and width attributes. So we have to write here inside the iframe tag. We have to write here height. And let's say the height is going to be 300 pixels. Fine. Then we'll write here width. Width is again going to be 300 pixels. Save the program. And you can see here the size is changed. It's larger and the image is more visible now. We can also add a video file here and we can make it play. This is why the iframes in HTML are mainly used. So other attributes we have in this particular tag are the title attribute. This attribute is used to specify the title of the iframe so that screen readers use this to read out what the content of the iframe is. What we have to do is we have to include it over here. we have to write here title, and we can give any title. So let's say for now we have framework. Save it, and you can see this is a document, and whenever the screen reader will go through it, it will let the user know about the content present inside the frame. Now, as you can see here on the browser, you will notice that this particular iframe has a border, right? A shadow-like thing on the top and left side of the box. So let me zoom in. And here you can see we have border on the top and left hand side of this box or window, we can say, or frame we can also say. But there's no border on the right and on the bottom, right? So what we can do is we can remove it with the help of style attribute. So what we'll do is we'll use the style attribute over here inside the iframe tag. So we'll write here style. Now inside style, what we have to mention is we have to mention the border property. So border is going to be none. Save the program, and you can see that the border is not present anymore. You can see it over here. There's no border as of now. We can also change the border. So we can either remove it or we can change it. So for changing the border, what we have to do is we have to write here instead of none, we have to mention here the border value. So let's say the border value is going to be 3 pixels, solid and black. Fine. Now the border will be of 3 pixels, solid in nature and black in color. Save the program, and here we have the result on our browser. You can see the border over here. So there were many attributes present within the iframe element in HTML, but with HTML5, most of them were deprecated. One thing I want to mention here is that we can also open a website inside this iframe. Just provide the website name as we did for links and it will work. But many websites don't allow this feature like Google, Facebook and Instagram. So the task for you guys is to check this feature with the website and let us know which website you used and if it worked. So that's all for this video, guys. See you in the next one where we'll go through HTML blocks. If you enjoyed watching this video, do give it a thumbs up. If you have any doubts, do let us know in the comments and we'll be happy to help. Please share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe SimpliCode. Thank you.